Hello, yes, welcome back to my channel. AK is running a bit late, my apologies for that, but he will be here in just a minute. Give me a second, there we go. Yeah, AK is running a bit late, my apologies for that, but big up to all the raiders from Liam. Let me go through chat here, if my mouse will be so kind as to work and do its job for once. Yeah, big up to Adam, big up to Adam, big up to Bored with this. Rose as well, big up. Hit the likes and subscribe, yes sir. AK running a bit late, but he'll be here soon. We're already up to quite a few likes, damn. Yeah, big up to AK, he'll be on here in a few minutes. I don't even comment in Liam's chat. Yeah, you should. Liam does some great content himself. Yeah, big up to all the raiders from Liam. Hello to Wim. Yes, Liam. Thank you. Feel free to drop your link as always, Liam. Big up, Alf. How are you? I'm doing great. Just waiting on AK to come on. He's not one for the timely matters. We all know that, but he'll be here in a bit. Next time, you know what I'll do next time? Next time I DM him, I'll say that stream is 10 minutes earlier than it actually is, because he does this a lot. Anyhow, he will be here soon. Got everyone to like, big up 10 plus likes. AK is going to land minerals, always. It's like Magnus Carlsen, for anyone who watches chess. He always arrives late, but he always has the minerals. He always comes in banging. So anyhow, before the AK even gets here, while we wait for the AK to arrive, let's talk a bit about Ryan Cherki. And we're going to talk about Gundogan too, but I think that's best saved for when AK gets on. Ryan Cherki had a bad game, apparently. I guess I must have missed something. But Ryan Cherki had a bad game. And now on Twitter, I am generally seeing people who already want him to not start. Like, I'm already seeing people who want to go buy Olise and get rid of Ryan Cherki. Like, what are we doing it? He's had one bad preseason game, and I watched highlights of that game. I know it's not the same, but the highlights were coming across on Twitter, as they tend to do. They were not even that bad. Like, yeah, there were sloppy passes in that, but what are we doing? A player, one game in preseason, we already want him out. Like, come on, this is getting ridiculous, isn't it? Like, this isn't even standards. This is just stupidity. Like, there's a difference between standards and stupidity. Standards is you want better for your club. Stupidity is saying a player who played a preseason game not too great is a flop, which is what we're doing. By the way, we paid 30 million for him. So that's the state where Man City's fan base is at right now. Let me message AK, by the way. Yeah, I told AK to join whenever he's ready. Let's go through Twitter a bit while we wait for AK to come on. Cherki is a good player. I agree, bro. He's a really good player. Well, this is our preseason. The Club World Cup is our preseason, isn't it? So we're already in preseason. The preseason is now. So yes, we will have a preseason. We're playing it right now, I would say. So I'm not too worried about the Club World Cup in one regard about the performances. Because I don't really care about the performances in the Club World Cup. They don't tell us a lot. What I do care about is winning the Club World Cup, not because I rate the competition or anything, but because it's a lot of money. And with that money, I think we will go buy someone big. Maybe you don't think we will go and buy, I don't know, whoever. Maybe you think we won't buy Livramento. Let's say Livramento. Maybe you don't think we'll buy him, but we'll go buy someone with that money. So right away, because because I know you guys, some of you are not staying up for tonight's game. Yeah, I'm not staying up either. I can't be bothered. I really can't be bothered staying up for these games, bro. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Is it 3 a.m.? I believe it's 3 a.m., right? Let me look that up. Man City. Yeah, it's 2 a.m. UK time. 2 a.m. UK time. Bro, this Club World Cup, it's moving fraudulent. It's moving fraudulent. I can't lie. Why can't they schedule these games at 9 p.m.? Because they have South American teams, by the way, playing against other South American teams. They could easily schedule those games for 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. But that's not what they're doing. They're doing a madness, bro. It's weird, bro. It's weird. Congrats, big up to City Extra as well for the 800k followers on Twitter. I'm quite close. I'm on 968. That's very close to 800,000. We'll almost have our first K. I ain't staying up, yeah. Nobody's staying up to watch that, bro. Let's be honest. I ain't staying up. I will next week because it's a knockout competition, not for all A. 2 a.m. on Monday as well, yeah, on Monday. Yeah, you're right. 2 a.m. on Monday. Like, bro, why not schedule one of these American teams to play at that? Because where is Al Ain even from? Al Ain, they're Egypt, I believe. Al Ain FC. This is Abu Dhabi, okay, from the UAE. This is a UAE team. That's 4 a.m. for them, lot. That's 4 or 5 a.m. for them. Who's waking up at 5 a.m. on a Monday to watch this game? Who's staying up to 2 a.m. on a Monday to watch this game? Meanwhile, they have American teams in this competition that they're scheduling for like 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. and for 7 p.m. Hello? Did something go wrong there? And management. It's so poorly thought out, let's be honest. I mean, I guess they're trying to sell out stadiums. That's why, isn't it? They want the stadiums to sell out because that's when the working people will have more time, but still. It's a Sunday, so they don't even need to do that. Pachuca, Madrid, they want to do 9 p.m. instead, but Pachuca goes from Mexico. But yeah, FIFA, you think the corrupt organization felt with... I mean, they are a corrupt organization, let's be honest. That's what FIFA always has been, always will be, isn't it? I don't get why it's so late. I don't get it either. I really don't. It's weird. It's weird. It's literally in a roof on a stadium with aircon. It should be the earliest game. There you go. Maybe not the earliest game, but like, don't play it when not a single European or UAE fan will be staying up to watch it. Literally none of the fans from either team will be awake to watch that game on the big screen. Either you're in the stadium or you're not there at all. UAE. 3 a.m. And the night of Monday. Yeah, 3 a.m. in the morning. But 3 a.m. 3 in the morning, bro. I'm from the west coast of the United States. Right now it's 7:10 a.m. for me as an example, but the game is at 6 p.m. for me. FIFA, a bunch of jokers, do you agree? But it's not even jokers. They're corrupt. That's what they are. Now you guys will feel our pain. I ain't staying up, bro. Fuck this shit. I could never, bro. I guess I'm a plastic. If I was in the United States, I would just root for an American team. I guess they don't really have American football teams, do they? All they got is Inter Miami and that type of stuff. MLS is terrible, man. Like, how is MLS here? MLS is probably taking the piss because they got a league, and what they did is they removed the relegation, they removed the structure of how normal football clubs work. They removed promotion, of course, because relegation is gone. They got a draft. It's a draft in the MLS. They introduced salary caps. They literally got football, but worse. That's what they got. Anyhow, AK, big up. How are you?
What's up, Alf? My G, how we doing, bre?
We're doing great, bro. I just saw some great news. Gundogan is going to
I know
probably
Gundogan to
going to
Galatasaray is
Galatasaray.
apparently a done deal.
Yeah, and I'm happy for that because I mean I'll ask your opinion on this, yeah. But do you think Gundogan should go to Galatasaray? Because I see a lot of people worried that it means he won't be a coach, but I don't think that has any effect. I think he'll retire at Galatasaray and come back.
Yeah, to be fair, and yeah, I agree with that point that you made. And also, I think his time in England is done, in my opinion.
Yeah, he lacks the physicality now to play in the Premier League, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, of course, I know a lot of people will say due to his age and that, but yeah, I mean, of course, I have to agree with that right now because the way he's playing, um, he is not being himself after coming back from Barcelona. To be fair, he's not being himself at all.
He's just not on that level anymore. Like, remember after the treble when we refused to extend Ilkay for 2 years and everyone had a meltdown? That was the correct decision.
Oh yeah, facts. And to be fair, he should have gone to Barcelona, in my opinion. He should have stayed after winning the treble.
Yeah, stayed on 1 year.
Exactly. But anyhow, I mean, like, it's a mistake from the club side. It's a mistake from the management side. And yeah, I wish him all the best in Turkey alongside Hakan Çalhanoğlu from Inter.
Oh, he's going there as well.
Yeah, even our boy Leroy Sané is going there as well.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't know about Çalhanoğlu. I didn't see that yet. So
Yeah.
Galatasaray is building a super team then with Washington.
Oh yeah, they are. And I think Osimhen is the striker now. I mean, yeah, Osimhen I think is going to be the striker.
He wants to leave though, doesn't he, Osimhen?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, burn Osimhen, bro, because the amount of wages he's demanding. It's like you know what? It's like he thinks he thinks he wants to be in that league of Messi, Ronaldo, Suarez, Jordi Alba, Busquets, that kind of a bracket. But
yeah,
he's not. He's not. I'm sorry, he's not.
He's nowhere near that. His career went downhill when he went to Bayern Munich. It's actually wild how that just fell apart. Talking about things falling apart, or hopefully not doing so. Cherki, what did you think of his debut? Because a lot of people have very different opinions on his debut.
I think Cherki, I mean, to be honest, look, I'm not going to be very critical of Cherki because it's his first game though, so I'm not going to judge him on that. Unlike these modern day fans that keep these modern day fans that like to judge a player based on one game, but I think he'll come out good. All he needs is time. he needs time to adjust to the Pep system. He needs time to adjust to the Pep style of play. And yeah, but I'll tell you what, Tijani
Yeah,
Reinders, I was impressed.
yeah.
Hold up
Everyone's
play.
been saying that as well. Yeah, you see the ball he played into the box to, was it Doku, I believe. He tried to play the ball. It's got intercepted, but that's the type of ball we've been lacking all season last year.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, I mean, and in terms of, and with Cherki, look, he just needs a couple of games to, get back to his actual form, like how he was with Leon. He needs a couple of games. That's all I can say.
Yeah, but even if you say he just needs a couple of games, yeah, uh, I don't think he played that bad. Like, I didn't watch the
Yeah,
game because
I didn't think that way. I mean, look, Alf, I don't know what rivals are. I don't know what sort of game rivals are watching, or probably they watched the wrong game, or I don't know what the fans are watching these days. But damn,
he
I'm
should
telling
have had
you. I
an
mean, I'm
assist
telling you.
for the
I'm
goal.
telling you. Cherky's gonna come out good. Cherky's gonna come out good. All he needs is. I mean, look. I don't know if he's gonna play against Alain, which is what, Wednesday morning, around 2 a.m. UK time.
Yeah,
So let's see. I mean, hopefully Cherky is gonna come out good against Alain. Once he gets subbed on.
yeah, but you know what? Yeah, you know what? I think some players are too good to fail. Like, you look at Erling Haaland, it could not fail. Like, just too good to fail. You look at De Bruyne, too good to fail. Sergio Aguero. I think Cherki is one of those players. They're too good to fail, regardless of system, regardless of this or that, regardless of the league. Some players are just too good to fail, in my opinion. And I think Cherki is one of them.
Ah, yeah, definitely he's in there, and of course, both of us see I mean, of course, other fans like us, we believe that we can see a lot of potential from Turkey. In my view,
Yeah, what do you think Cherki plays as position? Do you think he plays right wing, or do you think he plays as a attacking midfielder?
I think Pep is gonna either put him in the right wing if push comes to shove, or probably Pep is gonna make him stick to the attacking midfielder role.
Yeah, because what I kind of envision is like, we're gonna have Haaland up top, of course. I kind of envision three players behind him: Marmoush, Foden, and Cherki, and they're just gonna be behind him, but they're not gonna have a fixed role. And they're you remember how David Silva and De Bruyne used to be behind Aguero, and they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
went around each other and they just swapped constantly. I think we're gonna have the same thing, but instead of David Silva and De Bruyne, we're gonna have three players doing that now: Marmoush, Foden, and Cherki. And
And
I
then,
also
yeah,
think,
Erling Haaland as the striker.
yeah, and Haaland as striker, and I know he's going to push up very high to become de facto winger, really.
Yeah, I think that could work against Alain. Yeah, it's just like what Pep is trying to do is he's just trying to experiment. He's trying to experiment different variations, or like he's just at the moment experimenting different players, like yeah, different players, like what can they do, being versatile.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Trying to
yeah, because
see,
yeah, because a squad needs to be versatile.
yeah, so that we don't run into situations like last season where everyone gets injured and we rush them back. So like what we did against Wydad, we played with a B team, and Cherki, I think everyone was expecting Cherki to play in the 10 or on the right wing, but he played false 9 that game. And I don't think most people were expecting that. But Pep Guardiola was trying to figure out, what do we do if Haaland is not here? Because everyone knows Cherki's quality as a 10 or as a right winger. But how good can he be as a false 9 in case Haaland is not here? He's trying to experiment in this tournament, so I'm not worried about performances here, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not too worried about the performances either there for the upcoming season. I mean, I think we're gonna play much better. We're gonna play much better next season.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sometimes it's as simple as having better players. We're gonna have better players next season. Hopefully, Foden is gonna be back as well.
And yeah, John Stones is apparently staying. But I don't. Yeah, but listen now. I don't think he's gonna get enough game time though, because I mean, probably the reason why Pep decided to make John Stone stay is to mentor Victor Ace.
Yeah, but like £250 a week just to mentor a player. Like that's some wages, isn't it? And not only that, yeah, like John Stones is a quality player, but he's never available. And I feel like that's a big problem we've had. And if we're keeping John Stones, how much does he have left on his contract, by the way? 1 year, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think a year.
Yeah, yeah. If we're keeping this guy, yeah, just one more until his contract expires on 250k a week, just to be a mentor. And that's why Yuma Ba is going out on loan. And that's why some of these other players aren't going to play as much. I feel like that's a waste of time, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, we've seen John Stones in his first year, what he can do, and bar the injury record though, because his injury record is absolutely shocking. But if he can at least mentor Victor Hayes, then that'll be great though, because similarly when Nico came in, I mean the way Gundogan was mentoring him, I think John Stones can do that role, in my view.
But Gundogan was playing. That's the difference. Gundogan was still playing and giving us something. And I think we were paying too many wages for him anyway, but he was still doing something other than that mentoring role. And I guess it's the only reason why I can think we're keeping him for another year is because we can't sell him. That's the only reason I can think of. Because the wages. Everton was in for John Stones. Everton is not going to pay big wages, of course. So we would have needed to give John Stones on a free, basically. So I think that's why he's saying, to be honest. Anyhow, big up to Zed as well in chat. Big up to you. So we're keeping Stones for a year, help him to get fit, then let him go on a free. John Stones is not going. Do you think John Stones retires next year? If he stays at Man City, think he retires?
I think definitely he's retiring next season, because look, depending on this season, if he's able to stay fit, then I would say he'll probably stay for another year. But I literally don't see that. I don't see that case in my view. So he's gonna retire next season for sure.
Yeah, I can see him retiring. Stones will retire after 26 World Cups, says Rosa. You think though, if he wants to play in the World Cup, don't you think he'll want to play more football, go somewhere else to play football? He's just 31. Yeah, but it doesn't matter because his body is destroyed. How old was Rooney when he retired? He was also 31 or 32.
Yeah, he was. He was almost to that stage. Yeah.
Yeah, so when your body's done, your body's done. Age has nothing to do with it. Zlatan then retired until he was 41. So we can't compare players by using age. We need to look at the state of their body. And unless John Stones is willing to go play at a way lower level, which I don't know if he's willing to do that. He's gonna have to retire.
I think you know what, Alf. Even the same thing with Kyle Walker as well. I mean, like already, Walker to Everton is a done deal. So I could see John Stones go back to his club.
Yeah, go back to Everton. You think he'll go back to Everton on a free then? Say one more year on a free.
Probably.
That's such a waste of money from our part. We could at least, if we give Everton John Stones on a free right now, and make an agreement with Everton. Listen, you guys pay a bonus like this to John Stones to compensate wages, and we give him to you guys for free. If we make that type of deal with them, then at least we get his wages off our books, which I think is already a big thing.
Yeah, and of course we need to also get. I mean, of course, now that Gundo to Galatasaray is a done deal, and all I mean, like a verbal agreement is in place. So I think Gundogan's gonna go off the books, and we need to get rid of. And I think Nathan Ake also as well has to go at some point.
Do you think, how old is Ake, by the way? Do you think Nathan Ake can still play a season? Because I think he's the same age as John Stones as well. His body is also falling apart, isn't it? But his injury record is not as bad as John Stones, I believe. So do you think Nathan Ake can stay another season?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Nathan Ake. I could see Nathan Ake being an important part of Pep's plans, though, because if you remember, we played Guardiola at left back for what, a couple of months,
Yeah.
and it did work out, to be fair, but depends. I mean, like yeah, like I said, depending on the John Stone situation, if Nathan Ake can stay fit for the entire season, then I I can see him staying.
Yeah. How much longer does he have on his deal? I need to look up these contracts. I think he has 1 year as well, or 2 years.
Nathan Ake.
I'm not sure, but
I think what, till 27, I think.
Until 27. Okay, so he's got 2 years left. If next season he has an okay season, I think we should sell him. Cash in what we can still cash in on. That's where I'm at with some of these players. But we can't keep both Ake and Stones. If we keep Stones, I think Ake has to go.
We'll have to sell one. We'll have to sell one to get in a proper left back or a right back, in my view.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll have Akanji playing right back next season. Akanji Husnov right back.
I've seen enough bozos from Akanji. To be fair.
Yeah, bro. Akanji and finals, bro. Someone should make a clip of every performance of Akanji in a final. I bet you there's going to be bozo moments galore. How many finals has he played? 2 FA Cup finals and a Champions League final. That's all right. The amount of bozo moments in just those 3. And includes the Tottenham game now for a bonus. It's ridiculous, man. And people say it's match fitness, yeah, for Akanji, but I don't think it is. I think, regardless of if he's match fit or not, I think Akanji will always have a bozo mistake in him.
Oh yeah. I think we've seen enough from Akanji. I mean, especially in the FA Cup final this year. Trying to play that inverting role, which didn't work out, and that costed us the game.
Yeah, his situational awareness is so poor as well. But Akanji, I mean, if we look right now at the players who are currently at the club, Akanji, purely centre backs, Guardiola, Diaz, Victor Hayes, Gusnov, Ake, do we count him? I guess we do. These players.
Not to mention Alfigo Rico Lewis.
Oh god. We can't be having Nico Lewis starting next season. Oh god. What do you do with Nico though? Do you loan him out? Do you sell him? Do you keep him?
I would say it's best to keep him as a rotational player.
Do you think he's good enough to be rotational in the midfield we have
Yeah,
right now?
yeah, I think so because Rico Lewis as a starter doesn't fit the bill for me, and I
Yeah.
think that we should get in a proper right back. I mean, of course, Livramento. I mean, City are trying to get in Livramento. City are trying to close a deal with Newcastle, but Newcastle just keeps on making it difficult.
Yeah, on Livramento, yeah. I think if we win the Club World Cup, we will get Livramento. Because, I mean,
Yeah,
that's £90 million. Now, that's a free signing right there. That's Livramento on a free and his wages paid all with one tournament win. So I think Livramento, it's as simple as do we win the Club World Cup or do we not?
without Livramento, I think we still can though, but depends. I mean, look, our right back situation. At the moment we are piling up options right now.
Yeah.
Like Ola Aina from Forest, if we can get
Mm-hmm.
him.
Yeah, there's a lot of good options out there. I think there's this idea that the right back market is dead. It's not. There's so many good right backs if you just go and look. For some foreign right backs, so not homegrown. There's Klosterman. He plays at Leipzig. Very good right back. Ola Eina, a homegrown option. Matty Cash, Wan-Bissaka. I mean, these are not top players. But if you don't want to pay the money for top players, you're not going to get top players. So you can go get these guys. Petrosa, also a very solid right back, in my opinion. So there's plenty of right backs out there, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, a lot of people say that the right back market is scarce.
Yeah, but that's because you're not looking good enough. It's like the striker market.
Exactly. We aren't.
The striker market is that. Remember that. That was when Erling Haaland, Gyökeres, Darwin Nunez, Vlahovic were all breaking out. Striker market is that. Like, all these markets are not that. You just got to look and find these players.
Yep. And I mean, not to, not to mention about Liverpool with the way they're going in the market. They are literally storming the transfer market this summer. Frimpong, Words, Kirkes, and now
They're doing
and
their
now
job,
and
to be fair to them.
yeah, and now they're going for Isak.
Isak is. I don't think they'll get Isak though, because they're asking like 140 million. They're not going to pay 140 million for Isak after spending like 120 on Words.
I mean, this Liverpool team next season,
It's
I
going to be a
am.
very good team.
It's going to be a good team, but depending if Words, depending on Words though. By the way,
I don't think Words is going to struggle.
point.
I don't think Words is going to struggle. I think he's another one of those players that's too good to fail. Florian Wirtz is going to hit the ground running into Premier League. He might have 5 bad games, but then he'll start flying. And I think Liverpool is probably winning the Premier League again next season, because if we look at their squad, they still have Salah. Like if we compare player for player, Liverpool and Man City, Alisson, Beckett, or Ederson, who do you pick?
I mean, in terms of shot stopping,
In terms of forward goal threat.
Alisson is a proper shot stopper.
Yeah. So I would personally pick Alisson Becker as my goalkeeper. As right back, who do you pick? Frimpong or currently we have Matheus Nunes? Probably Frimpong, right?
I would say Matheus Nunes.
Really? Okay. So Diaz or, well, this should be easy. Diaz or Kansa?
Diaz.
Yeah, that should be an easy choice. Gvardiol or Van Dijk?
I mean, both are good to be fair, man, but Van Dijk, I don't see him lasting that long. I mean, look, he's won the league and all that. I mean, like, he's won the league for Liverpool again. But I think there will be a time when Van Dijk's time as a Liverpool player is also going to come up very soon.
I
So
agree.
yeah, I see Guardiola. I see Guardiola being the successor.
I can see that, but I think that at least one more year Virgil has.
Yeah, one more year he has.
Yeah, so I would go next season with Virgil, to be honest, over Gvardiol. I mean, you can do Gvardiol and Virgil. I think that's better than anything else we could come up with those two teams. So let's say Gvardiol, Virgil, centre backs, right? Left back. I mean, Aitnouri or Kerkes. That's difficult. They're two completely different players, aren't they? I rate them both, though. I rate both of those players.
Yeah, yeah. I rate both as well, Guardiola and Virgil. Imagine Guardiola and Virgil van Dijk, that centre back partnership.
But you don't get past them. If you get past one, somehow get past one, the other one is just going to floor you. There's no getting past that back line. But for the left back, I'm not sure if I would take Aitnouri or Kerkes. I would take Kerkes because his attack because his defending is so much better. Because Aitnouri has defensive weaknesses. But I think Aitnouri's defensive weaknesses are overstated sometimes. He's also very good attacking. So for me, they're both the same. But I think we're going to have Erling Haaland. And when you have Erling Haaland, you maybe want an Aitnouri. So I would pick Aitnouri as my left back. So then we would have Aitnouri, Gvardiol, Virgil van Dijk, and Nunez and back four. Alisson Becker. So far, 2 Liverpool players and 3 Man City players. Then we go into midfield. So for Liverpool, they have Florian Wirtz, who I just think he gets in. Florian Wirtz gets in that midfield. Then Rodri, but obviously not completely fit, but Rodri gets in my opinion. Then the last spot is between Reinders, McAllister, and Gravenberg, I think, between those 3.
Oh, I'm not doubting McAllister or Gravenberg. Yeah, Gravenberg. I think both of them have been spectacular for Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
But I'm getting a positive feeling that we are going to see the best of Reinders next season. We are going to see the best of him next season in the Prem and in all comps.
You think he's going to be better suited to Premier League than Serie A?
I think so, yeah, because because I'm sure that you must have watched plenty of Tijani Reinders in when he was at Milan in the Serie A.
I've watched some of him. I've not watched that much of him, but I've watched some of him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Tijani Reinders, his ability to get the ball across to Haaland or go through at least 2 or 3 players on the opposition side and ping a pass to Haaland. That's gonna be very interesting to see.
Yeah, I agree with that. So then our midfield is going to be Rodri, Reinders, Words. Is that midfield?
Yeah, I would say.
So right wing is Salah. I don't think we're gonna. I don't think you can argue about that.
Yeah, I think Salah. Salah.
Striker is going to be Haaland. Don't think you can argue about that either. So then left wing, it's between Gakpo, Marmoush, and I guess them two really. Who else would you put there? Not Savio, I think.
Left wing, I would say Marmoush.
Yeah, so
Marmoush.
we have Marmoush, Haaland, Salah. We've actually got more Man City players now that I dig it. We've got Words, Reinders, Rodri. And then our back four is we set Nuri, right? So Nuri, Guardiola, Virgil, that's a nasty centre back pairing. And then Nunez right back. And then Alisson Becker in goal. So actually, if you look at it, there's more Man City players in there, to be fair. They've got a goalkeeper, Liverpool, in. They've got one in midfield in a back four and in front three. So maybe Man City is cooking. Maybe Man City is cooking next season.
Yeah, we are cooking.
Do you think, though, that we're winning the Premier League next season?
That's gonna be a tough one though, because it all depends on Liverpool's run of form in the first 5 games.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have to also look at the way Liverpool are. We have to look at the way Slot is playing his newly formed team.
Yeah, that as well. Because obviously he came in with a team that was not his. He bought Chiesa. That's the only signing he made, and he didn't play him.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Chiesa is gonna go back to the Serie A, apparently.
Yeah, but like that shows that it's a bad transfer, though. Like take Erik ten Hag. I'm not comparing ten Hag with. Well, I guess I am. I am comparing them. They're both Ajax managers. They come into the Premier League first season. It goes very well. Ten Hag finished top 4, won a Carabao Cup, and Slot won the league title. It's now you start buying your own players. Now where do you go? Do you make good signings? Do you make your team better? Or are these teams going down? Now, with Slot, I do believe he's a quality manager. I do believe there's a quality manager in him.
Yeah, definitely. And of all these critics who are talking about, oh, Slot is gonna get sacked in 3 to 4 months and all that crap, uh, all these pundits who have been talking about Slot this season. Well, he sh- he shut he yeah well he shut his critics up.
Yeah, and he's not needed a 4-stage process like Mikel Arteta.
Exactly. Yay, Mikel Arteta in phase 6.
Bro, he's in phase 25 at this point. Bro, what is Arsenal doing? They're buying Sesko to play on the left wing, probably.
And they got Zubimendi now.
Think about this, yeah? Think about this. What do Arsenal need now that they've got Zubimendi and Sesko? What do they still lack?
I think they still lack a right winger.
A backup right winger for Saka. And a striker, because Sesko is not a striker. What did they lack last season? A striker. What did they lack the season before that? A striker. I mean, they had Gabriel Jesus before his injury, to be fair. But how does Arsenal fail to get a striker 3 years in a row?
They lacked, and to be honest, they lacked a left back.
Yeah, a sole left back as well.
A left back, yeah, someone to replace Kivio, who I don't see him leaving the club because these Arteta sexuals love to keep him.
wait 7 minutes, Arteta fans. Talking, by the way, about Nouri. Apparently, he's born in France but plays for Algeria. That's weird because he chose to play with someone called. Come on. Someone called Mahrez. Okay, whatever. He chose to play with Mahrez. Mahrez in Algeria. These Algerians, they love Man City. Algerians, they grew up watching Mahrez. They love Man City, I tell you.
And also Alf, you forgot to mention Cherki is also born in France, but he's got Algerian roots.
Yeah. These Algerians, we're gonna have a capital interest on these Algerians in a few years. They're watching Mahrez, Ait Nouri,
and Cherki.
All play at Man City. We're gonna have capital interest on this whole country. Kind of like with Argentina right now. Echeverri, I mean, if he plays, Alvarez, Aguero, Otamendi,
Tevez.
Tevez as well. We've got a bunch of these players, and now Norway we've got Oscar Bob.
And also Zabaleta.
Isn't Zabaleta? I thought he was Spanish for some reason. Zabaleta is so underrated, isn't he?
Oh, he is. Undoubtedly one of the best players. Undoubtedly one of the best legends we've had.
Yeah,
one of the best.
And wasn't he the one who scored the first goal in the QPR game? Was that Zabaleta?
Yes, he did. He did. He scored the first goal. Second was Edin Dzeko.
Yeah,
and then third was Sergio Aguero with the Balotelli assist.
Balotelli assist. Zabaleta got that first goal though in that QPR game, which I thought watching that live back then. Oh, Zabaleta scored. Okay, which was his first goal of the season, by the way. I thought, we're champions, and then we collapsed, and then we came back. Interesting how that goes. But Man City can't ever take the easy way. By the way, interesting story. Our last game of the season is Aston Villa at home.
I'm telling you that Villa team. Look, I know that Villa have got the likes of Marlon, Marco Asensio. I think Morgan Rogers is gonna be looking to leave as well. They've got McGinn and Emi Martinez. Yeah, Emi Martinez is also looking for a move away from the club.
Would you take Morgan Rogers as a backup player, as like a bench player?
Definitely, because I know Morgan Rogers is from our academy. He's City Academy. He's a City Academy player, and I would love to have him back. No doubt, I would love to have him back.
I think he would just be such a good versatile player. He can play everywhere. He can play everywhere in that front three, in that midfield. You can put him anywhere, and he'll be okay. And that's so good to have, rotational wise, because if one player is injured, by the way, Morgan Rogers plugs the hole. And if a player needs rest, Morgan Rogers, he can play everywhere.
Exactly.
It's so easy. I think players like that are such quality. We used to do that with Bernardo Silva back when he couldn't get into the first team. And Gundogan as well, to be fair. Remember Gundogan before 2021, when Gundogan couldn't get into the team, he was also rotating constantly with other players, keeping everyone fit. By the way, I see a lot of people here saying that Salah will fall off, which I disagree with, but what do you think?
I think this season, I mean, look, I do agree on a 50-50 manner though, because Salah, I think, must have gone all out to win that 20th Premier League title for Liverpool, and I don't think Salah has got long left. Even though he's looking after his body very well, but I think we could see Salah dropping off slightly.
I think he'll drop off slightly, but I don't think he'll fall off. I think he'll still be very good. Because I think what people are looking at the end of the season, where Salah completely disappeared. But I don't think that means a lot because they won the league title. They were on the beaches. So I think, yes, Salah next season, he's going to play well again. He's going to get goals. He's going to get assists. Not as much as this season, but he'll get the output. And at the end of the day, when you're an attacker, you get the output, you help your team.
He will, but then but he's got the South American Chuckle brothers in there, in Luis Diaz and Darwin Nunes.
Yeah, Darwin Nunes is leaving, by the way, Liverpool. Darwin Nunes will be leaving, but they need to get a striker desperately. I don't understand why no one is in for Gyökeres. Like nobody, I see nobody, no clubs talking about Gyökeres. Like I saw Tottenham talking about Gyökeres. I didn't see Arsenal talk. Arsenal is flirting with Cesco.
I heard Barca talking a lot about Gyökeres. I heard Barca talking about were talking a lot about Gyökeres as a Lewandowski replacement.
With what money? They're broke. Bro, they'll have to sell more grass. Might as well call them a floating company at this point. Need a new garden. Need a new fucking garden set up. Call Barcelona, bruv. They'll set up a whole new fucking garden. They'll bring a Barcelona badge to go with it. They should specialize in that because clearly it's more successful than their footballing ventures right now. So if Barcelona gets Gyökeres, bro, what's going on? Someone smoked cocaine or something over there and forgot that. Barcelona just forgets that they have debt. That's how Barcelona operates. They just forget about debt. They don't know about it. Big up
but Alf, I'll tell you what though. I mean, I just heard that Barca got a 100 million euro profit from Nike, if I'm correct. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be enough because already they're signing Nico Williams. They've already signed Nico Williams on a 7-year deal.
Who they are struggling to get registered as well. They're struggling to register Nico Williams. And now they're trying to bring in Gyökeres on top of that. You know what I think will happen? Dani Olmo falls 9. That's what I think will happen.
Yeah, Dani Olmo falls 9. I can see it.
To be fair, I think he would back some goals as a false 9.
Yeah. Undoubtedly he will. Because Dani Olmo has also been bagging quite a lot of goals this season for Barcelona.
Yeah. But where does Gyökeres end up then, though? I mean, obviously not Man City. We don't need a striker. You think he goes to Madrid?
I mean, they got Mbappe. They got Mbappe playing false 9.
I think Mbappe will go left wing next season, and Vini will be shoved onto the right wing.
So do you reckon Gyökeres striker then?
Imagine that front three, though. Mbappe, Gyökeres, Vini. That would be
Call the season off. Call the season off then. Call the season off. Call the season off with that freaking front three.
By the way. I think they'll cook next season, Madrid. But by the way, talking about the Club World Cup, since we've not really talked about it, Chelsea lost 3-1 to Flamengo. You see that? Where is Prime? I need to get on a panel with Prime, bro. I need to talk with him about that. He was cooking Alfie. I don't see Alfie losing to Flamengo. I need to go talk to him. I saw Flamengo fans all over Twitter saying they're a bigger club than Chelsea and all of that. We can't relate because we don't let Flamengo beat us.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, it's levels to this game.
And Alf, if you've forgotten, we have beaten Fluminense in in the Club World Cup last season.
Yeah, 4-0.
4-0. Yeah, 4-0.
I mean, Chelsea got 4 goals on the scoreboard. It was 3-1. Levels. That's all I can
There's
say.
levels to this. There's levels to this.
Some clubs win the Conference League and are happy about it. Some clubs are angry about finishing third in the Premier League levels. Where did they even finish in the league, Chelsea? Did they finish fifth or fourth?
I think they'll still get top 4.
No. I meant last season. Where did they finish?
Oh, last season, yeah. Last season, they finished top 4.
Where did Newcastle finish then?
Third.
We finished third.
No. I'm sorry, we finished third. So yeah. So correct. Newcastle are fifth.
Newcastle were fifth. Okay, so yeah, okay, fair enough. But Chelsea, I mean, they have both Liam Delap, to be fair, who I think will improve them massively. Because they needed a striker, not Nicholas Jackson, not proper striker. But you know what I think here at Chelsea? Their midfield is so overrated. Like Enzo Fernandez is bang average. What is his name?
And then the likes of Cole Palmer.
Palmer is better on the wing. He's better when he plays on the right wing. You remember the Conference League final, they were losing. Pedro Neto was taken off because he was dropping a stinker. Proper stinker. Because he's shit. Palmer goes onto the wing. Immediately gets 2 assists. Palmer is a better winger than he's a midfielder. But Palmer wants to be a midfield, so they shoehorn him in. Flamengo stole Chelsea. Fabrizio said he can want United.
Alf, I'm telling you, the Flamenco fans.
Yeah.
Flamenco fans were going crazy.
I can imagine. Well, I can't imagine it's losing to Flamengo. Maybe we'll play Flamengo in the round of 16 or something. Chelsea is making sure that they're going through. How much do you think we beat Flamengo by if we play them?
I would say by 3 or 4 goals.
I would say 2 or 3 goals personally. Let's say 3 goals. We beat Flamengo 4-1.
And if you look at our record, we have beaten Fluminense by 4 goals in a Club World Cup final.
Yeah. Fluminense are better than. Okay, this is Brazilian teams. I don't know Brazilian teams, Adam. So I'll try to pronounce that. Apologies on the butchered pronunciation. Vasco da Gama. Is that how you say that? Probably not. How are Chelsea so mid after buying and spending that much? Bro, they don't buy the right players. It's that simple. Look at how much they... Do you rate Enzo Fernandez, by the way? I see a lot of people telling me Enzo Fernandez is this or that. Do you rate him?
I think in some aspects I do. I mean, look, overall he's bang average, that's for sure. But Enzo Fernandez, when he's on the ball and when he's taking on his man, I think that's where we've that's where we will see the proper side of Enzo Fernandez and what he can do in pressure moments. And if you watch the game against Real Betis, he came back from when Chelsea were 1-0 down, he came and he scored.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just don't rate Enzo Fernandez that high. I think he's okay, but I think he's above average. But would you take Enzo Fernandez at Man City?
I think Enzo Fernandez. I would. I would.
Really?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Enzo Fernandez and Man City will cook.
Really? Yeah, yeah. I would not take him. I would not take him. I think that I think Reinders is better than him. I think Nico Gonzalez could probably be better than him given a few years. Rodri is obviously better than him. He's not an attacking midfielder, so you don't play him there. I would not take him, to be honest. I wouldn't take him. What about Caicedo? I think Caicedo is a bit better, but what do you think about Caicedo?
Caicedo is a beast in that midfield. Caicedo has been an absolute beast in that midfield.
Yeah, Caicedo is a beast, but I think I think Caicedo is the best midfielder they've got because Palmer is not a midfielder.
Exactly.
But I still will not take him at Man City. I still won't take him.
Why not?
Let's be honest. Who's better between Caicedo and Rodri and Reinders? Rank those three.
Mm, can you come again?
Rank Caicedo, Reinders, and Rodri.
Oh,
From
I'm
best
telling
to
you,
worst.
I'm telling you, Rodri and Reinders will be better than Caicedo.
Yeah. So I would not take. He will be on the bench constantly, Caicedo. And we've already got Nico Gonzalez for the bench. So yeah, I would not
Yeah,
take
yeah, yeah.
most of these
Facts.
players. Anyhow, to round off on, last thing to talk about maybe, but Bernardo Silva is staying and as captain. I'm not happy with that. I think he'll play a lot of minutes because when you make someone captain, he's going to play. Let's be honest. What do you think about Bernardo Silva? How much do you think he's going to play as well?
Look, I have no hate towards Bernardo Silva. I mean, like, he has been our long-standing servant of the club, and Bernardo Silva in some games, yeah, like he's at his bad moments here and there, but when it comes to captain, he isn't that bad when it comes to captain. Like, I mean, like, look at his post-match press conferences after the games. I mean, the guy doesn't waffle. I mean, like, he's a straight shooter. I mean, like, he says what he means. He means what he says. I mean, yeah, like in another way. That's what I'm trying to put.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
but
but Bernardo
still,
Silva, I think with his mentality, that could work though. In my view, Bernardo Silva with his mentality, it could work.
mentality, I think he's absolutely fantastic. The problem is he's still there as a player? Because how much do you think Bernardo Silva will play next season?
I think he's gonna get plenty of minutes now that Pep has decided to make him the captain.
Yeah, but who is he playing ahead of? Rodri? Well, no. Reinders? Foden? Cherki? Marmoush? Who's he playing ahead of?
I think we're gonna see more of Bernardo Silva as a right winger. I feel.
So who do you think sees the bench then? Because someone has to sit on the bench.
I think Doku or Savinho.
Yeah, but they'll be on the bench anyhow. They'll be on the bench
Yes,
anyhow. Because Cherki will be playing on the right wing, I think. So if Silva is on the right wing, that means Cherki has to be either in the 10, which means Foden has to be on the bench, or Cherki has to be on the bench.
I think mostly Foden will be on the bench.
Foden, okay, fair enough. We give Foden enough time to come back into shape. It's not something I like. I think leadership-wise, I think there's still a player in there as a leader because I like his mentality. He's a winner. He just wants to win. But I just don't think as a player he's good enough anymore. He's better than Ruben Diaz, though, in my opinion. Ruben Diaz's mentality is not good to be a captain.
Forget that. Forget that. He's better than flipping Kyle Walker.
That's what's difficult, to be fair. A lot of players are better than Kyle Walker as a captain. Bernardo is alright. He can't stand in the way of all the players getting a few minutes, but he will. It is what it is. We do need a leader. Who would you take as captain if it was not Bernardo Silva?
If it wasn't Bernardo Silva, definitely I would take either Ruben Diaz or Rodri.
Yeah, I would have gone with Haaland, but I guess Haaland isn't experienced enough, according to Pep, to take the captain's role. But Rodri as well, it's difficult to have Rodri as captain because he's just coming back from an ACL. He'll need time to get back into that. And you can't push the pressure of being captain on top of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's pick out one last chat here from the citizen to read, and then we'll round up. It looks like we will keep both Bernardo and Stones at least for one more season. I think we should sell Akanji, Kova, Gundo is going, Grealish, Walker, Phillips, and Nunez to make space for the young players. Kovacic and Nunez, I think, is interesting. We've already talked about the rest. Kovacic, I still think, can play a bench role, but
I think Kovacic can still play.
But I
still see Kovacic. I still see a player in Kovacic. I do.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think Kovacic we would sell, maybe not for his ability, but for squad building reasons. Like Kovacic we can still sell now. 2 years later, we can't sell him anymore. And if we sell him now, it opens up a space for another English midfielder, such as Gibbs White, who we are still looking into.
Yeah, talking about Gibbs White, I think I do see him coming.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if Gibbs White will come, to be honest. I know a lot of people. He's such a controversial player. Half the people love him, the other half hate him.
Not gonna lie. It is kind of strange though with the Morgan Gibbs White slander. I mean, look, Gibbs White is a decent player, I would say, and I think Gibbs White, Rodri, Reinders, Kovacic, that midfield will work.
Yeah, I agree. But again, like now that would work, but now you're running into the issue of Bernardo Silva will play, so one of them won't play, and Foden will have to get his minutes. I mean, this is the problem of having a big squad. Like when you have a big squad, someone has to sit on the bench. It's sad.
And Pepper's right. Pepper's right though. Pepper's right about Pepper's right about having a small squad, because if it's a big squad, then obviously he can't manage a big squad because he hasn't won trophies under a big squad. He's won trophies with a small squad.
Yeah. I think he needs to get used to a bit of a bigger squad, just a bit more depth in a squad and a bit more rotational. But like, I mean, currently our squad is 33 players. We need to sell some. we need to sell some. Anyhow, I'll leave it at that because it's already over an hour. Thank you for coming on, AK. I always enjoy having you on. And so did the chat, apparently. Chat likes having you on as well. So big up to AK for coming on. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, because we're very close to 1K subscribers. We're 30 away, I think, right now. So get subscribing. It's called Paying Rent. Jet has been very
And it's
active with
free.
this stream.
It's free though. It's free to smash the like button, guys. Don't be a fraud. Smash the likes.
Yeah, absolutely. Smash the likes. Now, Jet has been very active this stream, so I can't get to every chat. But big up to everyone for coming in and chatting. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.